Hi, welcome to data science class. Today we're going to learn about logistic regression. Hi, I'm Vivin Arana. So let's see what logistic regression is. We just came from linear regression. In linear regression, we could actually track a set of numbers based on an input. You can predict the output. We also saw how to kind of do it from scratch, linear regression with using equations. We're not going to do that for logistic regression. If you go to Wikipedia and look at the definition of logistic regression, it's usually used for conditions such as pass fail, win lose. So more of it's a logistic statistical model that in basic form uses a logistic function to model a binary dependent variable. So that's why in this case we're going to look at how do we do this in Python. We're not going to go over the math part of it. It's quite lengthy to do this, and as you saw in linear regression how we did it, but similarly if you want to go ahead you can go through this and try to figure out how to get that, but we're going to skip that part and directly jump into Python. So for this I got a data set where from Kaggle, which is diabetes prediction using logistic regression. It has all the information, like suppose if a person is pregnant, glucose level, their blood pressure, skin thickness, insulin, BMI, diabetes, age, outcome. So what is the outcome of that? So is it 0 or 1? So we will try to keep this as the dependent variable and we'll play around with different independent variable. If you see, the value of this is 0 or 1, which is binary, and that's what we are trying to predict here. So I'm going to go to I'm going to download this the file here. I have already downloaded it and kept it inside my project folder. If you see, it's diabetes.csv. I'm going to copy this for later. I'm going to go new Python 3 project. So I have a new project here. So I'm going to go ahead and say import pandas as PD. Next, I'm going to say, let's say diabetes variable equal to PD dot read CSV. Inside this, I'm going to add that CSV file. Once I have that, let's look at the head part of it. Let's say head, and I see all the data here. So the top 5 data that I have. So now let's play around with values. So I'm going to start with X variable, which is my independent variable. I'm going to say diabetes, my variable. I'm going to pick, let's say in this case, let's pick glucose. So depending on your glucose level, you can predict if you're diabetic or not. I'll do that. Y equal to diabetes, and I'm going to say my dependent variable is outcome. So I have that. Now that once I've said that, something that we did in our linear regression, if you've not seen it, I would probably recommend you go first see linear regression and come to logistic regression. We're going to use the same library that we used there, which is sklearn dot linear model to get a model. I'm going to import logistic regression in this one. In the previous one we did linear, and so this one is logistic. That's the difference. And I'm going to create a variable lr, or I can say log underscore r, just to have a different name from the previous project. And I need the train split. We're going to do the same thing. We are going to take the data set, we're going to train with 70% and test with 30% to find the accuracy of the model that we get from here. So what did we do last time? We did sklearn dot model selection import train test split. So once I have that, I can do same thing what I did last time. We can divide them into x. It will give you a tuple with 4 values. So I'm going to say x train, x test, y train, train, y test, and the function that gives me this is train test split. And inside this I need to pass, if you remember, x values, y values, and test size. Test size, same thing I'll do. I'll give 0.3. If you want to give more or less, up to you. And then next is I have to fit that. I'm going to say log r dot fit. I want to fit inside this particular logistic regression. I want to fit the x train and y train. So we train it. Once I do that, I'll see a small error here. You can ignore that error right now. It will not cause any problem. Y pred equal to the prediction values I'm going to get from log underscore r dot predict based on my test variables. So first I trained the model with my x train and y train. Now I'm saying give me the predicted values from my x test variables, same that we did before. So now let's look at the values of what do I have in the y test. So these were the values in the test variable. Now let's see how do they compare with our predicted values. So I'm going to say y pred 0 5, and there you go. So if you see the difference 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 0, it's exactly the same. So it looks like as compared to the top 5, it has predicted everything perfectly fine for us. So this is 100% prediction for the top 5. But how about over the entire thing? What is the error ratio? Something that we did in the previous linear regression, we used something called as RMSE, but in this case we're going to use something called as confusion matrix, which kind of gives us numbers of how much was predicted right and how much was predicted wrong. So that is another thing that is another class that exists in sklearn dot matrix import confusion matrix. Now to get that confusion, call this function matrix, and inside this I'm going to give them y test and y pred. So it's going to calculate how much was predicted right and what was predicted wrong. So in here, if you see, the value is 131 11 53 36. What does this mean? The first number here on the top is the number of correct predictions for 1. So what was observed in y test and what was in y pred. So there was 131 values which reflected exactly same, which were predicted right for the y test. What is 11? This is observed as 1 but predicted as 0. So that's 11. So that is wrong prediction. 53, again this is expected 0 but predicted 1. So 53 wrong prediction. So if you see, this diagonal here is wrong prediction, where this diagonal here is the right prediction, which means 36 was observed was 0 in y test and predicted was 0. So these are the right calculations and these are the wrong calculation. Now if you want to see the percentage, what you do is you just add up the right ones and divide them by total numbers. So for example, I can do 131 plus 36, these are the right ones, divide by simple math, 131 plus 11 plus 53 plus 36. So if you see, the efficiency of this particular model is 72% or 723% or 72.3%, which means it's pretty accurate. But can we make it better? You can always try a bunch of different things, like, okay, instead of glucose, can I use blood pressure? I can try that and run through it and see if my number is 154 for this and 0 for here. Again 154 plus, I can actually not add zeros, just a 77, and if you see 66%, so not as better as what we did with glucose. How about if I do, let's say, this one, or age? So, or what you can do is you can add a bunch of different values together. I can say I want blood pressure, I want glucose, and these are all different variables for having, if you have these symptoms, you know that person has a high chance of having diabetes, but if depending on how high the number is. So I'm going to use a bunch of different variables and try to find out what is the percentage that I get. So I have 131 correct plus 50 for non-diabetic people, 131 plus 14 plus 36 plus 50, and that is 78%, much better than what we did before. So using more different variables from here kind of helped in this particular case. So similarly, you can mix and match. and get the best value for your prediction values. So this is how we can do logistic regression. I'll have this code up in GitHub. Follow along, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments.